known each other roughly 72 hours. Then we talked the next day. And on the phone, you had told me, well, since you didn't answer my phone call, I didn't know if we were going on the date or not. Like, you're acting like you're my dad or something. Like, I don't,
I don't recall that.
on
I
the
saved my
phone.
money.
So you felt like he was
Facts.
coming at your
Thank
throat
The
God. You
same way that it's like this energy, it was very back and forth and very petty on the phone.
with Ramon and Alicia. Welcome,
Hey,
y'all. How
what's
we
going on?
feeling?
Doing all right yourself?
Yeah. I'm good. I'm good. Thanks. So we had you guys on episode 18 of Pop the Balloon or Find Love, where you guys ended up matching. All right. Okay. So my final question, is it a yes for you for her?
For sure.
Is it a yes for you for him?
Yes,
We got a match! Since you guys ended up matching, have you gone on a date?
Unfortunately, not.
Okay. Why not?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Why not?
Okay. You want to take it off?
You can start.
Oh, okay, let's
Yeah,
start over
please
here.
start.
Well, we made arrangements on Thursday to have brunch on Sunday, and I believe it was set for like 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
And I believe I reached out to her on Saturday to see if she wanted me to send a driver to her. You know, I felt like that'd be nice. So we had reservations at Global Ambassador at 1
nice.
o'clock. So she didn't reply until 12:55 the next day. You know, and she said she was going to be late and that she had just seen the text. And
So she basically replied 5 minutes before the date. That's crazy.
she replied and this, that, and the other. But at that point, it was too late.
Okay.
In my eyes.
Okay. Alicia?
Okay, so yeah, we had chit-chatted throughout the week, and you had asked me, like, are you busy, blah, blah, blah. And of course, yeah, he sent that text. I'm running out the door, and I didn't answer. Like, I didn't, like, leave him hanging, but I didn't. I sent him the audio message, like, hey, I'm going to be, like, 5 minutes late. I'm on my way. And then when I go and check, I'm like, oh, shoot, I didn't text him back. So I'm not going to say I'm ditzy, but I'm like, hey, I'm on my way there, blah, blah, blah. So like he said, at 12:55, I'm on my way to the Global Ambassador. His red receipts are on. He reads it, sees that I'm here. You could hear in the audio message, I'm obviously in my car driving, and he just leaves it on red. So then, mind you, I'm driving, going. I don't live that far. And then I get there and I'm like, hey, just parked in valet, right? So I'm like driving. I'm not totally on my phone.
Yeah.
I just assumed, like, out of good nature, I got up. I went to work last night, got up, got ready, went, that he was just going to meet me there. Like, we had confirmed the date like 3 times already.
Okay.
I understand that was my fault that I didn't respond to that text. But at this point, we had like 3 confirmations. So I just assumed, maybe that's me, that we were going to show up. And yeah. He left the messages on red, didn't respond. I went, hung out at the restaurant for like 15 minutes and said, gonna pack her up. Yeah, so no show.
So the reservation was for 1 o'clock. You left 12:55. About what time would you say you got there?
Well, I got there probably like 1:05, 1:10.
Okay.
But I hit him up like, hey, blah, 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 I'm leaving my house right now. That's when the message was.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. Nobody goes somewhere without confirming, yo, we still on? Nah, I mean, especially the day of. And then why are you sending voice messages instead of calling? Like, that's always a weird thing to me when people be like, oh, I text you. Well, if you were really trying to confirm something and you feel like you couldn't get in touch with me, why not call me? Why not call me the day before? Why are you calling me 5 minutes before the date and we have an appointment for 1 o'clock? Or reservations for 1 o'clock. I don't believe that you went there after not hearing from this guy. You went there, paid for valet, sat down at the table, and was sitting there ditzy as hell, waiting for a man to walk through the door that you have not heard from. This is just weird behavior.
Was sent at 12:55.
Okay.
She's one of them girls that play ditzy, but I want to hear how he handled it.
So was there confirmation prior to, this date?
I mean, yeah.
Like she said, you guys had like.
But like I said, I text on Saturday,
So from
asking her
Saturday.
about, it wasn't any.
Okay.
So it was like, nah, if you can't communicate, it's kind of pointless.
Okay, got it. And so you said you did receive the message and you thought you texted him back, but it just didn't go through, or?
I'm just on the way out the door, didn't press send, like rushing.
No, on
late
Saturday when he like sent another.
Yeah, I forgot to respond and had.
As a content creator, we're always on our phones. We're constantly checking comments. We're constantly checking our analytics, constantly checking notifications. Listen, when a woman says, oh, I thought I sent the message, no. You know what I mean? When somebody in general says, I thought I sent the message. When you're actually into somebody, you're constantly checking y'all messages, especially women. They're constantly checking their messages to make sure, oh, do I sound crazy in the messages? Like, did I send this message? Like, so you mean to tell me you forgot to send the text message back, and then the next day, instead of calling an hour in advance, you left a message 5 minutes before the date? That doesn't make any sense at all. She just wasn't interested. And I mean, she's playing stupid. And fellas, pay attention when girls play like this. This brother right here, he got businesses, and I mean, he's not a bad looking dude. He's tall. And here she is on a dating show looking for a dude just like him. You get him, and you're playing all these games. Talking about, oh, I forgot to send a message. What?
Audio message like, hey Siri, send so and so a message.
Okay.
And then I open it because I'm like, oh, he didn't respond. It's like 1:05. I'm on the way. And then I look, and then I'm like, okay, I didn't send it. The whole message is typed out, but then everything's getting red. So he's sitting there like watching me say, and I understand what he's saying. Like, okay, you didn't confirm. I'm not gonna go. That makes sense. Like, I'll give that to you. But I thought it was just silly to leave me on red. You could have just texted me back and been like, oh, girl, I'm not coming. Like, you didn't confirm. I thought that could have just been the respectable thing.
Okay.
Because I thought that was weird that you didn't respond, but you're telling people that I ghosted you in Phoenix. But you didn't respond to the last text. So that's kind of weird.
I mean, you responded a whole day later. So do you really call that responding?
It was less than 24 hours. This is your thing. I think you're very picky about times. That is one of the things. You've been very particular and picky about time, few instances that we had.
Okay.
Just like we had known each other 72 hours. And then remember that phone call we had?
Which one? Go ahead and let everybody else know.
Yeah, we only had one phone call.
Okay.
What
That was
happened?
one. I could grab the call on
But
you
it
if
was
you'd
a
like me
few
to grab it.
times that I called.
That
and
is inaccurate. You
Yeah,
gaslit
it
me on the
was.
phone about that.
It
and
was
you're-
a few times that I
I'll
called.
go get the
and-
phone. I got the screenshots. You
and I
called
got
me.
the text messages.
Yeah, we have all the information. So
All
do you want
of
to hash it out?
I mean, if we have to.
I just thought it was weird. Okay, so let's run it back so we could clarify for the audience and for you as well.
Yeah, please.
There had been a phone call, right? Roughly 72 hours. So from the very jump, it was hard to confirm the date of the date from the beginning because
I
you kept
agree.
saying, I'll let you know tomorrow. Then
I
tomorrow
did.
came, and then you let me know tomorrow.
But then once Thursday came, I told you I had reservations, and it was set.
Absolutely.
Sunday, 1 o'clock, Global Ambassador.
Okay, but that's not the phone call I'm talking about.
But
I'm talking about
Thursday, it was set, though. You're talking about from when we did the show originally all the way up until Thursday. We went back and forth, kind of trying to figure out
did go back and
about
forth
the
on the
date or
phone.
whatever. But Thursday came, and it was set, 1 o'clock. I told you I had the reservations.
That's not what I'm talking about. We went back and forth and why I think you're picky.
Okay,
I
let's hear-
think,
let's hear about the
We just
call.
don't get along. I think that's what it really comes down to. But the call was that
just won't take
you had called
accountability.
me roughly, I believe, on Monday, and I didn't answer. You called me around 10 o'clock on Monday. We'd known
10
each other.
p.m.?
Yes,
Okay.
10 p.m. We'd known each other roughly 72 hours. Then we talked the next day, and on the phone, you had told me, well, since you didn't answer my phone call, I didn't know if we were going on the date or not. Like, you're acting like you're my dad or something. Like,
I don't recall that.
Of course you don't.
But I do recall the phone call about, 10 o'clock, but you told me you was free in the evening. So that's why I
don't-
called that late.
But I didn't say like I just thought it was so picky the way that you were on my phone telling me. I felt like it was entitled, to be honest with you, for you to call my phone and talk about when I'm not answering and when I'm answering, and I'd known you for 3 days. I just thought that was rude.
You went on a dating show to find love, found a match with the mindset to pursue love with this person. That is what the show is for. And you're saying that this man feels entitled because he can't get a hold of you? That makes no sense.
Yes, because that
So
was the
if that was-
objective
if
of
that
the
was
show.
But we
you,
should have not have went on the date if you felt
And
that
thank
way.
God.
Why schedule the date?
on this fine Sunday, thank God that we didn't go on the date.
I mean,
because I just
thank
feel like this
God.
was the energy on
I
the phone.
saved my money.
So you felt like he
Facts.
was coming at your
Thank
throat?
God.
The same way that it's like this energy, it was very back and forth and very petty on the phone. And he's getting snippy on the phone. And I'm like, okay, so are we going to go on the date? That was my response is, okay, so are we going to do it?
She's a queen gaslighter. She's really making it seem like he has a problem because he has standards for his time. This is a man that will not allow you to play with his time. Fellas, this is how you play it. He's not being blinded by her beauty. She's used to being able to play with dudes' time, and dudes are still just running after the phone or whatever when she finally texts them. Fellas, don't do that. Now, I mean, you have to have some type of respect about yourself. This dude respects his time. If you're not going to respect my time, then okay, I'm good on you. But these are the red flags that people show early on. Like, okay, you couldn't communicate. You waited till last minute, and now you're flipping it on me as if that's all just regular stuff. People will see these red flags, be blinded by beauty, and continue to go into a relationship with somebody like this. He's the one that dodged the bullet. You didn't dodge a bullet. He dodged the bullet, not going on a date with you, not spending money on you.
Are we going to do it? And I do feel like, yes, you're a little snippy. And I didn't appreciate it. But the objective of the show was to go on the date. And it just made me feel a little opportunistic of your objectives, because prior to that, if you want to talk about everything, prior to that, you had sat here and asked me to model for your company. I thought that was rude.
You said you was a content creator.
I didn't say I was a model, and then I was going to come model.
But if I'm trying to put money in your pocket, what's wrong with that?
You didn't mention
I wasn't trying to do anything for free, sweetheart.
But
you said you was a content creator. Like, I'm confused. If
So
that's
when was
what you
this
are,
asked? When did you ask?
It was damn near at the
Maybe
beginning.
Sunday.
At the beginning.
Right
But
away.
She said she was a content creator.
So we filmed Saturday, and then you asked her Sunday if you wanted to model
Sunday,
for your business.
Monday, it was pretty early.
Okay.
Yeah, to me, it just really gives, like, you're opportunistic. Like, that's what it gives. I just feel like 3 strikes you're out. For you, it was just a couple weird interactions. Yeah, you asked me to model. You didn't mention anything about money for you to say.
I did tell you that over the phone, that I had no problem
but
paying
upon, may I finish speaking?
Go ahead.
Since you wanted to, like, overtalk me? Is that okay with you?
Look at Arlett's face.
I'm just waiting for my turn to talk.
Bro, this is a grown-ass child. This woman is a grown-ass child.
May I finish speaking?
Go ahead.
Since you wanted to, like, overtalk me? Is that okay with you?
She's trying so hard.
All right, go ahead.
Thank
and then
you.
we'll let you go right after
I
her.
didn't ever say that I was a model, and then what did I say when you asked me if I wanted to model? I was like, oh, do you want to do a content exchange? Like, you detail my car and I make a video about it? You're sending me screenshots talking about this is what I want. And you did not mention anything about payment upon the initial interaction of asking me to model. So no, I don't work for free, and that's how it came across initially. That's okay for me to say. You didn't mention anything about payment till multiple days later when I was like, hey, that rubbed me the wrong way. And you're like, well, you should have said something. Well, I don't know you, and I don't feel comfortable to sit here and go back and forth with you knowing you 2 days. That's crazy.
It's so crazy because people go on these shows and claim that they really want somebody that could communicate in a relationship. If you were confused about whether or not he was going to pay you, why the hell didn't you just ask? And her answer is, I'm not comfortable with you. To ask if you're going to receive pay, like, that's not putting you in any type of danger. Fellas, please be careful for these type of women, bro. Like, and it's so crazy because a girl like this, dudes are over here drooling over her, and she's a walking red flag, just like that red outfit she got on.
I said something. Well, I don't know you, and I don't feel comfortable to sit here and go back and forth with you knowing you 2 days. That's crazy.
Okay. Ramon, go ahead.
I ain't got nothing to say.
Oh.
Facts.
I'm good. I ain't gonna do the back and forth.
Okay.
Like I said, I offered her an opportunity. I didn't think that, I had to initiate that, yeah, I'm gonna pay you. In my eyes, it was kind of obvious.
I thought it was a given.
Yeah, like if you're a content creator I don't ask anybody to do anything for free for me. Nothing. So, it was a given that I was gonna pay you. The amount just wasn't discussed.
Got it. Okay, and then so for you, you were like, she could have just told you right then and there if she felt some type of way about it instead of hanging on to it.
She did tell me. She did tell me that she felt some type of way about me asking her about the content, and I told her, that she said she was a content creator. So that was the only reason I brought it to her attention. But I also apologized when she told me it made her feel uncomfortable as well.
Okay. So did it make you feel uncomfortable because you felt like that's the only reason he matched with you, or what about it was like?
Well, to
Great
me, it
question,
wasn't giving.
Arlette.
Like, this is supposed to be a dating show, and then it feels, like I said, opportunistic because you're coming to me for business ventures, and you're talking about, yes, my hobbies and what I like to do for business, but I didn't come on here. This isn't The Apprentice. Like, I didn't come on here to work for you and to be your employee. So, yeah, I thought that was rude that you're asking me to work for you and bring friends to model for you too. And this is before the conversation of payment as well. So to think that that's assumed, I think would be silly. Like, I'm an adult. I don't just assume that I'm going to go somewhere. Like, I like it to be ironed out. But once again, we're not having deep conversations trying to get to know each other. And we had joked on the phone, like, like we were just kind of like, hey, how's it going? What are you doing each other? We were doing that to each other kind of back and forth to death. There was no real like depth of conversation or anything for real.
Okay. So you guys never really got to know each other.
Not really, no.
Okay. Ugh, God,
Like I said, it was a few phone calls that I did do, but she didn't answer our call back or text back.
That's not true. How do we have a whole conversation and plan out the date on the phone if I never answer the phone?
Via text.
No, that's not true because
via text. I told you I made reservations for Sunday at 1:00.
You asked me where I wanted to go. I basically halfway planned the date.
I asked you where you wanted to go, yes.
Because you didn't know. And it was so much back and forth that we couldn't even decide a date and a time. And now
She's trying so hard to flip this on him instead of taking accountability. Ma'am, you are the reason why this didn't work out. Your communication was lacking. It was not him. So stop trying to, you couldn't figure out where we wanted to go. I had to tell you where we wanted to go. Okay, you just throwing extra stuff on it. Like, ma'am, just take accountability. She's looking for something so bad.
Look at you right now and say, I apologize. That was my fault. But my objective wasn't to like dog you or play you. But I think that you leaving it on red, you're older than me. So you leaving that text on red, knowing that I went to the restaurant is tacky. And it's like you try to get your lick back. That's how it felt. Like, what was the objective of that? Because if you're a real man, like you could have been like, girl, I'm not coming. Like, you didn't confirm my text. Like, we could have just had a conversation.
Now she's coming for his manhood instead of just taking accountability. No, a real man doesn't play about his time. I'm trying to verify with you and you don't write me back until 5 minutes before. That tells me how much of a priority this date is.
And you could have called instead of texting.
I sent you an audio message like, oh my God, I'm on my way there.
But you could have called. You could have called though, right?
So
because I just assumed you were on your way. I didn't know better.
But why would you assume that?
So when she's sending these voice notes with these messages, whatever she's sending, and you're reading them.
I actually didn't read them right at the very moment that she sent them. I read them within, a nice
at 12:55, like you said.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I didn't read it.
So you read it after the fact of the reservation time already passed?
Football, yeah. At that point, I'm just like, I'm watching football. I'm not worried about it. She didn't respond in a timely manner.
Okay, so then after the whole ordeal with, him not showing up to date and, you not replying, did you guys ever talk again after that, or that was it?
No, I blocked him on Instagram. I just felt like it was tacky, and I felt like I said, I felt like he was trying to get his lick back, and we couldn't talk about it as adults, and he saw I was at the restaurant at this time. I'm talking like, oh, I'm at valet, like, I'm here. He's seeing text, and like I said, maybe I'm silly, and I just went like, he's going to meet me there. Just not thinking, you know what I mean? I'm not like maybe using my full capacity of my brain. I'm tired, hurrying up, getting there. But
let's pay attention to what she just said.
Text, and like I said, maybe at this time, I'm talking like, oh, I'm at valet, like, I'm here. He's seeing text, and like I said, maybe I'm silly, and I just went like, he's gonna meet me there. Just not thinking, you know what I mean? I'm not like maybe using my full capacity of my brain. I'm tired, hurrying up, getting there. But it was the fact that like he just left me on red like that. I'm just like, okay, I see who you are. I have nothing more to say. Blocked. Mwah. See you later.
Okay. And you didn't try to reach out after that either?
Nah,
you were done with it?
Blocked. But
on Instagram.
I mean, but you didn't know you were blocked, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you knew because you tried to reach out.
I did.
On Instagram, but you have my number?
I was blocked on the phone.
No, you're not. You're blocked on Instagram.
Okay. I don't know.
So you block him on Instagram and he's supposed to call your phone? Like, what kind of childish ass games are these? So you were ditzy, you're blocking, you know what I mean? Like, your communication lacked in the beginning. You didn't understand him asking you to do promo, and you're a content creator. He's trying to put money in your pocket. You were confused whether or not you was getting paid, so you just got offended. Ma'am, you need to grow up. You just need to grow up. You know what I mean? You have no business being on a dating show. Most of these people that be on this dating show have no business being on these dating shows. They need to heal. They need to figure out their personal life before they're trying to match with somebody, because that's all that be happening.
I gave you the room to apologize and if you wanted to hash it out. Not even to apologize, because half of it was my responsibility. Right. But if you wanted to hash it out, you're not blocked. Your number is not blocked.
Half?
Your Instagram's blocked, though. I was tired of seeing your corny Instagram. Damn.
Jeez, that's aggressive.
No, I think that's real.
Okay.
That was one of the things that I didn't like too. We got each other's Instagram. I just don't think we're compatible in a lot of different ways, and I just think
I'm seeing that play out.
Yeah,
as
blatantly obvious, right? It's crazy.
That's one of the things you didn't like, his Instagram. Oh my God. Unless it's like something explicit or he's harming somebody. His Instagram was corny, so that's one of the things you didn't like. She's a cornball. Fellas, please stop going for these girls. You know what I mean? Please stop looking past these red flags. She is a cornball. And honestly, just listening to her speak is annoying. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but her voice is just, ugh. That is a perfect example of how to carry yourself when a girl, one, try to play in your face and act stupid, and when somebody doesn't respect your time. You don't reward bad behavior. You know what I mean? Somebody doesn't respect your time. They not getting back to you. They playing dumb. I thought I sent the message. I didn't send the message. Okay, cool. Take that as the red flag you need to just walk away. You don't want nobody that's that damn careless. You know, a lot of people, again, you'll take these excuses because it makes you feel a little bit better about what just happened instead of your ego being hurt by the reality, and you'll continue on with the person. See how this dude was like, man, I'm watching football. Like, get out of here. Like, that's the perfect way to handle it. That is a grown-ass child, okay? That's a grown-ass child. Perfect example of a grown-ass child. Hey, man, it's been your boy, Ty Boogie. Until next time, man, I'm out of here.